You talk about these playoff games being special. How about every time the Zimmers, father and son, the coaching duo, the Bengals, step on a field? Well, they view it, certainly, Tom, as something special.
Yeah, it is, Boom. In football, we often talk about teams being part of our extended family and being bonded not only through the game itself, but through the personal experiences that we have. But what happens when the team, in part at least, is literally a part of your family? Now, this Cincinnati defense is one of the best in the National Football League. They're built for what they do on the field, but they are truly bonded by a father and a son.
542, 89.
While winter blankets the city of Cincinnati, there's a story being written behind the scenes.
All right, there's a one-on-one down here.
One of love and loss,
Let's see some break, 4-4.
opportunity and heartbreak.
Yankee, 7-1.
It's a story of a father and his son.
It's kind of weird calling Dad at work, so usually I just walk up to him and say something, because it's just awkward on the football field and say, hey, Dad, do you want to play cover 2 on this play? Something like that.
All right, let's go. Roll 13. Roll 13.
Last February, when Bengals defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer was searching for an assistant defensive backs coach, he treated his son Adam just like every other candidate, reaching out to coaches and players from other teams to see if he would be a good fit.
I'm not his dad around here. You know, I'm his boss, and you know, we're coaches and we work together. And actually, at times I'm hard on him in front of the other coaches because around here he's not my son. He's one of the coaches.
Turn your foot just a little bit.
He's a little more fiery than I am. You know, let's put it mildly, but I don't have the skins on the wall to say I got to get after you. I got to get after these guys.
Give me your best 5 minutes now.
By age 13, Adam was already standing on the sideline next to his dad when Mike was the defensive backs coach of the world champion Cowboys in Super Bowl 30.
I remember my dad picking me up and saying, we won the big one, we won the big one. And it was one of the happiest I'd ever seen him. It was just an awesome experience.
Football bonded them professionally, but it was Mike's wife, Vicki, that shaped Adam and his 2 younger sisters personally.
My mom was a glue of a family. Dad worked a lot, and so she had to take me to football practice and cheerleading practice and all their deals, and she just held us all together.
She was the nice side of me. You know, she'd always tell me, you know, I'd tell him, you know, this guy's not doing this, or, you know, we're not playing good at the time. And she'd always say, but they're working so hard for you. And, you know, they care so much.
October 8, 2009, Mike arrived home from practice to find Vicki had died, later determined to be of natural causes. She was 50 years old. Adam, who was in his 4th season with the Saints as an assistant coach, received a call from his father with the news.
To lose her, it's just like a big void in your life immediately, and you can't believe it.
Obviously, it was very difficult the whole time, the adjusting to life without her, to trying to make sure that the girls were okay, making sure that Adam was okay, and we're all in different parts of the country.
It was really hard. It was shocking, number one, because I didn't expect it.
Those were really, really difficult times. Luckily, the guys here, the defensive guys here, the coaches here, the people, they really reached out to me. You know, I felt like you know, they were my family.
Just 3 days later, Mike was back on the sideline coaching.
I went to Baltimore with my dad to support him and be with him for the game. And they ended up winning the game on a long drive at the end of the regulation. You know, wow, Mom is looking over us.
My wife loves all of you. She's proud of you. Every win or lose, she's proud of you. And I just appreciate all the effort.
You guys win.
The Saints are on their way to the Super Bowl.
3 months later, Mike and his 2 daughters were in Miami watching Adam coach the Saints in the Super Bowl.
So after the interception, we all hurried down there. And we're yelling, Adam, you know, like you do in high school, you know, trying to get him to come back. And then finally we see him. And my daughter, I remember this distinctly. It's my 2 daughters and Adam, and we're holding, you know, we got arm in arm. And we look up, and all the confetti is just falling down on top of us. I mean, it was an unbelievable feeling.
Now, together in Cincinnati, Mike and Adam have found strength and healing through family and the game of football.
She's looking down now, and she's seeing you and Adam coaching together on the same team here. What do you think her thoughts are as she looks down and sees this now?
I think she's extremely proud of Adam, you know, and you know, she was always about family anyway. And I think that, you know, if she was here, she'd be the happiest person in the world, you know, having this situation and be able to talk to Adam every single day.
I think she'd be looking down and smiling. That was her saying all the time. The never know she wrote me. She said smile a lot. And I think she'd be smiling a lot right now.
The stories of the Zimmers is one of love and caring that exists between that family, but it also exists for his extended family, the Cincinnati Bengals, and especially that defense. And I can tell you, not to be overly dramatic, but that defense loves Mike Zimmer, and I believe that they show that every time they take the field for him.